Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Basically, just kind of letting you know, I use Dreamhost as my virtual private server. And if you're kind of wondering what the difference between is a shared situation or a virtual private server situation, I wanted to go over that and then just point out some things here with Dreamhost that I really feel are valuable and really a good price too. I've had great luck with Dreamhost. I've been with them for probably almost 4 years now. But basically, the differences between a virtual private server and a shared server. One really great thing about virtual private server is it allows you to use your own server space without the cost of actually having a physical server. So with a shared server, there's might be tons of different websites on there and different accounts and just a lot of activity going on. And then you also share that IP address with tons of other people when you're using a shared server. But when you work a virtual private server, you have your own IP address, which is a great thing. And then also you're divided off into that private server. Whereas you're not sharing anything with anybody else. The other cool thing about it is you can customize exactly how you want it with Dreamhost. So you can have enough storage. You can add different storage amounts depending on how many websites you have on it. Which, by the way, you can have basically unlimited websites and email on it. Then your rapid access memory or your RAM. You can kind of see how your website's running or different software and what resources it's taking. You can adjust the amount of RAM and then also your CPU. You can adjust how strong a CPU you want, just kind of based on your needs. Another great thing is, as I mentioned earlier, is your VPS is isolated on that server, so you're not affected by other users at all. So again, that has a lot to do with uptime and how well and how quickly your website loads, or websites, however you want. And then another great thing is with VPS and the Dreamhost VPS is you have full root access to your server, so you can install and configure software as needed depending on like what your website, if you have an e-com website or you have different type of website that requires specific tools to run specific software. You can have root access and install that yourself, or have a tech person install that for you. Their tech support is great and can walk you through some different things to get things installed. And then the nice thing again about the virtual private server, and I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I just mentioned it again, is you're not sharing server resources. So that basically means when you're on a shared server, everybody's kind of grabbing the same CPU, the same RAM, same storage, and everything, and kind of battling over that a little bit. Whereas a virtual private server, you have kind of a definitive amount of resources that you're using, and then so that means you're less likely to have slow down times and things like that because it's a dedicated server. And then, as you can see here, if you look, the virtual private servers are starting at $10 a month. But let me show you how that breaks down by if we view the plans here. So the VPS hosting plans, you have a basic plan. And this is if you purchase it for 3 years, you get a really great price. You have 1 gig of RAM, 30 gigs of SSD storage, unlimited websites, which I mentioned earlier, unlimited traffic. You get SSL certificates for free that update every year on all your domains. If you have 2 or 20, that's the case, then you get unlimited email at your domain. And then you can kind of see here as you go up 2 gig of RAM, 60 gig of storage, 120 gig of storage, up to $80 a month. Now, the thing to remember is that's for a 3-year purchase. If you do the yearly, if you buy it for the year, you get $13.75 a month. And if you just go monthly, which I did when I first started, I just went monthly at that $15 a month, and then now I'm at the VPS business level where I'm at $30 a month. Actually, I paid it yearly this past year, so it was $27.50. But you can see it's just a great starting price. I know you can get some shared options, around $5 a month or less. But again, a VPS is just a great way to move forward with that. And then you can kind of see again the features that I discussed: the managed performance, security, and updates. Then your own server resources, and then again you can always expand your RAM. And then there's also a custom control panel, so you can work with that quite well. And just the email is awesome because you can set up all kinds of forwards, as well as email accounts. You know, it obviously counts storage, so you want to watch that, but you can also set up a huge number of email addresses if you want to do that, if that's necessary. And then again, resources are dedicated to you through the service, and it's super easy to set up and manage. There's really not a big deal. Like I said, if you want to add earlier, if you want to add some software, some things like that, you can easily do that yourself at the root directory, or you could, maybe get on Fiverr, or if you have a tech person or something to add that for you. And again, their tech support is super great for that. And then again, you can start out at that lower monthly, that first start where you get 1 gig of RAM and the 30 gig of storage, and then you can work your way up. And again, I've been with DreamHost for almost 4 years now, and I've just had the best luck with them. They have the best support, 24/7 support, and they get very high ratings, as you can see here. So again, if you're considering something like kind of upgrading your server and are kind of ready and getting a little frustrated with the shared server and want to go ahead and go to a VPS, this is a great price opportunity to do that. If you have any questions about using DreamHost, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer those questions. And again, like and subscribe for more videos like this, as I recommend different products that I have personal experience with here at Success Biz Tools YouTube channel. Thank you very much.